post grant.
All right, good morning. I'd like to welcome everyone to the Atchison County Commission meeting for Tuesday, December 10th. I'd like to call the meeting to order. This morning, Reverend Sid Stein was supposed to join us for the invocation. Fortunately, she has some family matters that she is tending to, but was sweet enough to send us her prayer. So if you please stand, I will read what she sent. She also sent along some information about some of the things coming up. There's the Sounds of Christmas Sunday, December 15th at 2 o'clock at the Atchison United Methodist Church, and a cookie and candy sale Friday the 13th from 5 to 7:30, Saturday, December 14th, 9 to 2. You know what? We'll just put these on our social media for the information on those. This is an information she sent that between 50 and 60 residents across this county are uniting their voices in song this Sunday for a Sounds of Christmas Community Choir concert beginning at 2 p.m. at the Atchison United Methodist Church. It's a free concert. If you'd like to donate to the Hunger Task Force to assist our Atchison neighbors with housing and food insecurity, there will be a free will offering. The concert is followed by refreshments and then a 4 p.m. bright lights on the lawn for the community, music, candle lighting, and prayer. A brief pause in the otherwise busy season to light a candle and pray for peace. The community has stood shoulder to shoulder in the longest night tradition since 2020 with the Atchison United Methodist Church. Began honoring people who shine with goodwill, making Atchison a brighter place to live, even in our darkest times. Nominations are taken from the community, and about 60 people will be named and honored with a luminary this year. Among those Bright Light awardees is K.S.A. Quinn. She was nominated for her tireless dedication to the community from an elected official to support our future through education. She faithfully serves with devotion and true dedication to the citizens of the county. Thank you, K.S.A. Quinn, for being a bright light among us. Congratulations. Sorry, I didn't know that I was reading. I didn't know. So, okay, well, thank you. A bit awkward, but I look forward to joining them. Okay, so I have the invocation. Let us pray. O God of us all, you have created us in your image to have compassion for each other and to live in community. Shine your light upon us as leaders and citizens as we work together today to make decisions which deny selfish ambition for the betterment of all. When we are challenged, remind us of the hope you create. A great light shines in the darkness, and the darkness can never extinguish the light. In the name of the one we celebrate this season, the light of the world. Amen. Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. No minutes. No minutes. Okay. Okay, so public comment. Seeing none. We do not have minutes to approve today. Commissioner comments. Commissioner Knoll, do you want to go first?
Yes, my apologies for the technical issues, so I'm appearing on Zoom today. I just had a couple things. Sunday, the 15th is also, there's a competing cantatas or religious things. I'm happen to be singing in this one at the St. Anne's Church in Effingham on Sunday at 2 o'clock also. So it's competing with the other one. That's unfortunate, but anyway, it's under the direction of Tammy Gigstad. It's a lot of fun. It's a very good community Christmas spirit, and it's a lot of fun to do. Also had something I had heard yesterday about a farm accident in Brown County that an individual was life was taken from using anhydrous, and it got to him. And I found out this morning that it was former county commissioner from Brown County, Keith Olson. So I want to pass any condolences on. and pass my concerns for the farmers with anhydrous and people sharing the roads with anhydrous rigs. Be very careful. It's a very dangerous product, and my sympathies to the Olson family.
I don't think I have anything today.
Okay, so last week I had an economic development meeting on Tuesday. And then on Wednesday, I joined, our emergency management director, James Stewart. He held the, LEPC meeting at MGP, an annual meeting where it brings all the agencies, together. He did a fantastic job, and look forward to, the commissioners being part of that in the future. So new business. We have Mark Zeltner, Finance Director, with the Finance Department discussion.
Morning.
Morning.
So with the ending of the county clerk and the potential of a new county clerk coming in, I think my position will be better under the supervision of the county commission. I do a lot with you guys now and every department. So I think it's evolved and grew to where it is today. And I think I can do the best for the organization under the board. So I am coming to request that I'm moved and placed under the commissioners. I also have a budget adjustment for 2025. It would be not an increase, but moving from the county clerk's department to a new department, the finance department. And I can go through what those are, the different budgets, if you want me to show how much would be used for the finance department, I guess.
Okay.
So I would have my salary plus the FICA Medicare papers benefits that would be moved from clerk to finance. We'd have state unemployment. I have $200 in office supplies, $75 for the Kansas Finance Officer Association dues that I'm a part of. That allows me to be in a really great group of financial people over the state of Kansas. That gives me access to the listserv to be able to bounce ideas off of one another. I've met several great contacts through there already that I'm a part of for 23 and 24 and hoping for 25. I have $600 for training, which would include Kansas Association of Counties, a budget workshop in Topeka, and then I have allotted $100 for grant training. So the total of those is $600. And then with training, there's always travel and mileage. So I've done $975 total. I would like to go to the CIC conference again for 25. I'm the administrator for CIC for our organization. So I think it's good to go and learn any new changes that they're doing. They keep talking about implementing new suite on our bookkeeping software. So when that does occur, we'll have to know how to handle that and how to move forward. So we'll probably need to work with Scott on what that looks like, our IT. So going to CIC is beneficial, I think. The K.A.C. conference. Also being a new, probably leader with our whole group of leaders. There's a great human resources conference that HR goes to. I've went in the past. And so I've allotted a hotel stay to go to that conference, and then $100 in meals. So the total of the expenses is $1,933 that would be moved from clerk to finance, in addition to the salary and benefits, like I said.
Okay.
So I have that budget adjustment.
Okay.
I don't know how you want to handle this, but I also have another document too.
No, this is all gonna be effective January 1.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
And I think it's worth noting that our current county clerk is very much supportive of this. She sees that this is a benefit to our organization, as do we. We know the asset the finance director offers to the Board of County Commissioners. And it just, she's seen the position morph into what it is as well, and she supports moving him before her departure. So I just think that's worth mentioning.
Thank you.
Yep.
Speaking of which, the county clerk and myself, when I came back to the county, we had an agreement, kind of a verbal agreement really, that I would be a remote employee. And I would come up here and help the board with anything that the board needs on Tuesdays. So I have excelled at my job currently, being a remote employee. Everything I do is through Zoom, phone, email. I help all of our departments that way. I've scheduled times to come up outside of Tuesdays to work with department heads during budget time. And it's important to me to continue remote work. So I have created a remote work request and agreement form that you can read. And so I would like to continue that remote work agreement.
But you've been here more than just Tuesdays. I mean, you've been up here.
Yeah, some.
Yeah.
I used to be up here Mondays and Tuesdays, and then that was pretty much through budget time. And then when budget kind of slacked off and approved, I was at home on Mondays. But I'm not opposed to coming up whenever something's needed.
So from my experience of you being a remote worker, there's never been a time that there's a lag in communication, period. And I think this agreement just states all of that, and then also gives us the option to modify or terminate based on needs. So for both parties, so I will pass this over if you want to look at it, but I don't have any issues.
Has Eric seen this?
He has not.
I can send you a copy of it. Eric?
I'm good with it.
Okay,
Okay.
I can read it too. It's pretty self-explanatory.
I understand it, and I have had zero problems with the current agreement. So if it's a continuation of the same, I mean, it's fantastic.
Okay.
Yeah.
It is.
Anytime I try to get a hold of Mark, he's right there.
100%.
That's all I have. This is just the documentation that goes with the budget sheet if you want to keep it with it.
Okay, perfect. All right, so let's make a couple motions or look for a couple motions here. Let's do the budget first. Actually, I would look for a motion to move our finance director from underneath our county clerk supervision to under the Board of County Commissioners. Do I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Passes 3-0. All right. So now I would look for a motion to approve a 2025 budget adjustment that also supports moving the finance director and the budget from the county clerk's budget into their own finance director budget. Do I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Awesome.
Okay, moved and seconded. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Passes 3-0. And then one last, which, do we need a formal agreement on this or a motion on this, Pat, for remote work, or does it go with the payroll status form? Go ahead and do it.
Payroll status forms enough.
Okay, and then we'll sign off on it when we sign off on payroll status. Okay, perfect.
Okay.
All right,
Thank you very much.
yeah, thank you. Looking forward to continuing having you in our corner.
Me too.
All right, next we have Joe Snyder, Road and Bridge Superintendent, for direction on an award for our fuel bid as well as a department update.
Good morning.
Morning.
Last week, we opened the fuel bids from, and I'll go over this a little bit to explain to everybody. Consumer,
We have this in an email, right?
you've got an email that explains
Yeah,
the dollar
that was
amounts.
for you, right?
Yes.
Okay, it would be linked with that.
Do you have it, Eric?
Yes.
So when this was bid, we have Consumer Oil, Ag Partners, excuse me, and Hample Oil. Hample was higher than everyone else. Consumer and Ag Partners fluctuated between, one was cheaper on fuel, one was more expensive. That same one was more expensive on winter blend. So we figured a 3-year average on the winter blend, and then the prices on the fuel. And I'm just gonna give these figures. Consumer oil was 270,502.75. Ag Partners was 275,533.31, and Hample Oil was 300,436.62. So it would be my recommendation to go with Consumer Oil at the 270,502.75.
Look for a motion to approve the 2025 fuel bid with Consumer Oil per Road and Bridge Superintendent's recommendation. So
So moved.
Second.
moved and seconded. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Passes 3-0.
And then we have a PO. We have a PO for culverts for phase 1 of Ottawa Road with metal culverts, and this money will come out of special highway.
Okay, look for a motion to approve this purchase order for Road and Bridge to metal culverts out of special highway in the total amount of $12,419.24. This encompasses a 36-inch elbow, 36-inch graded end cap, a 60-inch arch that's 14 gauge riveted, 3x1 corrugation, 40-foot long, a 60-inch arch, 14 gauge riveted, 3x1 corrugation, 56 feet long, and a 60-inch arch band, 24 inches wide, 3x1 corrugation for the Ottawa Road project. Do I have a motion to approve?
So move.
Second.
Moved and seconded. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
So in the process of our first bid, we only had one bidder. And I and the engineers looked at it. We're gonna do the smaller ones, smaller culverts. 2 of them were extensions to some concrete boxes. And it's more economical for us to just take those out and put those culverts in instead of trying to get the concrete work done by someone else to extend them. Now, the other part of the phase 1, there are the 3 big culverts. We're going to rebid those. It'll probably go out this afternoon or tomorrow. And we've got to get together on time. The culverts are supposed to be done at Metal Culverts the first week of January. And we're going to get a date set that'll coincide with us letting the construction of the road rehabilitation. So I just want everybody to be aware of that. But us as a county next week, we will hopefully, that's what our plan is, to start on those culverts. Us putting the ones in that we're going to do. So we will let everybody know on Ottawa Road that we're going to be starting. So
When will we open those bids?
January 7th.
January, okay.
Yep, our first meeting back after the 17th. That gives them plenty of time, and we're gonna open it. They do not have to have KDOT specifications. So hopefully the local guys will, and then I'm sure that Lexico will probably hopefully bid again, and then I've talked to King Construction, maybe they will. So, but just giving the local guys a chance, we've cut it down to 3 instead of the whole thing. And hopefully we'll get more bids. So any questions on any of that?
Now I have a quick question for Pat. Do I need to write Eric's name by Zoom in here at all, or?
We're gonna see him in the site.
Oh, yeah, we could bring this
Yeah.
and have him sign that.
Yeah, let's
Okay.
take this.
I'll just bring the blue folder with us.
Hey,
Oh,
do it.
okay, great.
Yep,
Yeah,
okay.
take the bills.
sounds good.
Everybody good? Any
Yeah,
other questions?
No, did you want to update on 219?
219th, the little wooden culvert, wooden bridge. It was taken out yesterday. The guys are down there working on that. We've got a shoe fly put in so that the homeowners and everybody can go around. And we're hoping we will be done Thursday. It's supposed to chance of rain Friday, so we're pushing hard to get that done by Thursday. And then after that, we'll come back up and start on. We've got a couple we gotta do some ditching for some people.
They'll get
On
back
Ottawa.
open, but you have to go back in the spring and.
We may have to go back in the spring and pour some cement.
Yeah.
So, but that'll get it open through the winter, then we'll get some nice weather, probably pour some cement.
Yeah.
Around the end of the tubes, so. Everybody good?
Thank you.
All right, thank you.
So I have one more document to call for a motion on. This was in the blue folder for us. This is the budget for Atchison County Extension Council, for 2025. So, there is a place for a representative from the Board of County Commissioners to sign, two documents outlining their budget. If you want to look at those, and then I can send you a copy, Eric, or actually it'll be in the blue folder if you want to look at it when we see you
Okay,
shortly, and then,
Did that happen to have a total in it? Just to make sure it's the right number,
Total expenditures and receipts,
just expenditures is fine.
the same number, 323,700.
for our part, the Atchison County
That's
part,
total. Oh, I'm sorry.
is that what you?
Yeah, Atchison County total. Just wanna make sure it's-
136 something, I thought, or 138.
138, 534.
Okay. Okay, just wanna make sure.
Okay. Yeah, I do.
You didn't approve something that you didn't already approve, so.
Yeah, so it's the same. Oh, it's big on that paper. Okay,
All right, so I'd look for a motion to allow the chair to sign the budget for Atchison County Extension Council for the period of January 1st, 2025 to December 31st, 2025.
yeah, so the,
second,
Moved and seconded. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Passes 3-0. Sign and date this. Hey, county council updates.
I don't have anything today.
you need to sign this or something?
No need
No.
for an executive session. Do I have a motion to approve this week's expenses? Is that
So
what-
moved.
Okay, I will second. Moved and seconded. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Passes 2.
I'll abstain since I haven't seen them.
Got it.
Yeah, we're gonna bring them with us.
Okay, perfect. So if there's nothing else, next we are going to, the commissioners, Eric's gonna meet us there. We're gonna get in with our road and bridge superintendent and our finance director, and we're going to go meet, the tenant of the future, road and bridge land, or future road and bridge building site, the property that we purchased. We're gonna go out and meet with the tenant. So other than that, I look for a motion to adjourn. We will go do that, and then we will come back here when we're finished, and one of us will be here till 1.
Should we adjourn to workshop
Recess.
recess? Yeah,
Because we're gonna come back.
Okay.
yeah, we're gonna recess into workshop,
Okay,
correct?
Well, and you're recessing to go to
Right, location.
to go to the other.
One on the road, we're taking the show on the road.
That's still public. The public's welcome to come out there and
Right.
be with us. It
Yeah.
Won't be on Zoom.
we probably should do that consistently, because last week I think we adjourned into be here till 1, so we'll recess this time, so then please don't kill the Zoom. We'll come back, I
I'll
guess.
pause it.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll come back in.
All right, so I look for a motion to recess into our road trip to the future road and bridge facility
So-
site.
Move, also move.
Second.
So moved and seconded. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Passes 3-0 at 10:24.
So then
Killing me.
Okay, we are back in open session. It is 1 o'clock. I would look for a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
I will second. It's moved and seconded. All those in favor say aye.
Uh,
Aye, passes 2-0. We are adjourned at 1 o'clock.